Hello, Living Dead Dolls fans. This is Josh, aka Doggiepants, and I'm coming at you in partnership with Mezco Toys for another Living Dead Dolls review. So, today I am going to be reviewing the one, the only Black Posey. Black Posey is an incredible doll. Black Posey was actually a gift from Mezco Toys, which is incredible. So for all of the participants for the What Do Living Dead Dolls Mean to Me videos that we saw, all throughout the entire year of 2014, Mezco was amazing and sent out to the people that they had selected for those videos a free Living Dead doll. So this doll is a little bit difficult to find. She's selling, really, really well. If you want to get her, you have to kind of go to eBay. But she's super cool. So basically, the Black Posey is part of the Living Dead Dolls translucent, I don't know what you want to call them, Posies from 2014, the Sweet 16 year. So we saw white Posey, red Posey, pink Posey, and now black Posey. So if you do want to see the other videos of the other dolls, I do have them on my YouTube channel. You can get a look at them. I'm going to have black Posey up against the red Posey so you can kind of get a look and see what the different colors look like next to each other. But yeah, let's get started, shall we? So first off, I want to start with the coffin for the Black Posey. The coffins for all of these Posies are exactly the same. They are black coffins, no handles, nothing special, nothing fancy. There is a throwback to kind of the old chipboard that we've seen on some of the original Living Dead dolls. So it's black, it has white border on the top and the bottom, it has the poem, says the doll's name, and a drawing of the doll, which I've always loved the drawings. And then we have, on all of the dolls that came out in 2014, or the Sweet 16 year for Living Dead dolls, we have the little symbol, or the little icon for Sweet 16. Then it does say 2014 Living Dead Dolls, Sweet 16. It's very nice. The other thing that I want to point out is that the death certificate for these dolls are white compared to the usual, kind of tannish color that we see on some of the other Living Dead dolls. But that's the coffin. So let's take a look at the doll. Now, there's not a lot to say about the Posies because one of the most beautiful things about Posey is just how simple she is, which is incredible. It's actually, I really do love the simple dolls. I've always have. But yeah, let's take a look at her outfit. I stupidly wore black, so she disappears a little bit. Hold her over here. So yeah, her dress is all one piece, and it does Velcro up the back. It is exactly the same as the original Posey in the kind of feel of it, the look of it. So it's all one piece, just a regular black cotton. She does have lace that is sewn around her arms. There we go. That same lace is sewn around her neck, and then also the bottom of her dress. Now, the lace for Posey is the Black Posey, the lace for Black Posey is the same as the lace that is on White Posey. The red and the pink have the same lace. So I will hold up the red next to this one so you can kind of see what the lace looks like different-wise. But just be aware that the lace is slightly different on all of these Posies. Yeah, but that's pretty much her dress. Let's take a look at her skin, which really kind of is the interesting thing about these dolls is the plastic that they use to make them. It's kind of a translucent plastic. And it is, what's interesting about Black Posey is hers is darker and almost feels a little like muddied. So she looks definitely pretty freaking haunting. What's interesting about the translucent dolls is that all of the imperfections in pouring the plastic into the mold show up really, really well. So they're one of my dolls, I think it's the pink one, you could really see on her face kind of the bubbles that show up in the plastic. She has a little bit of one right there next to her scar. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that in the video. It's not too bad. You can definitely see it on her feet, the way that the bubbles kind of show up in the skin. The other thing that you want to be aware of with these dolls is that the plastic, because of the translucent nature of it, or whatever plastic they use to make these dolls, the plastic is not quite as strong as some of the other Living Dead dolls. So when you buy a Living Dead doll, a lot of times you got to kind of loosen the joints so that they can move, all the points of articulation. Be very, very, very careful when doing that with these posies, because these posies are not cheap. The black posy is maybe one of the most expensive right now on eBay, and the last thing you want to do is snap her leg joint and just kind of destroy the doll. We've seen it happen quite a bit online, so just be very, very, very careful with that, please. Yeah, let's take a look at her face paint. There it is. She has a black eye, very similar to the original Posey, which was all white, but hers is black. One interesting thing about this doll is the original Posey was very, I don't want to say realistic, because I don't know if you can call Living Dead dolls super realistic, but her skin tone was very, natural, and the bumps were very kind of frightening in their realistic, natural way. But these dolls, because of the way that they are created, come across a little more kind of cartoony, not in a bad way, but it just definitely has a different feel than the original Posey. So the scar, so we have a scar right here, right on her forehead and also on the side of her face. It really pops more than the original Posey does. She has the exact same scars, but this doll and also the other translucent Posies, it definitely pops a whole lot more. So just be aware of that. She has a very simple black lip, and then she has a very simple black eyebrow, just like the original Posey. And then there's her hair. Her hair is black. Now, the pink, the white, and the red Posies all have white hair. One thing that I do want to point out about the black Posey is that her hair is a little bit thinner than the white hair on the other three dolls. Now, it's not bad. Obviously, we've seen some rooting on the Living Dead dolls that have not been the greatest per se. Her hair is definitely not to the point where you see bald spots, but you're going to notice that her hair is definitely a little bit thinner than the other translucent Posies. So just be aware of that. One nice thing though is I can run my fingers through it really simply. There's not a lot of snarls. There's not a lot of gel. She has lovely hair. It's just thinner than some of the other dolls. She comes with two accessories. Just like all of the other Posies, she has the exact same Posey, what was that, like headstone? And it says Posey 1962 to 1970. It has the sulfur symbol, and it's made out of kind of a pewter material. It's very, very nice. So it's exactly the same as the other ones that I've shown you. So there's that piece, which is nice. And then also the iconic Posey rose. For all of the translucent Posies, the rose is colored the color of the Posey. So pink Posey had a pink rose, red Posey had a red pose, white Posey had a white rose, and black Posey had a black rose. There we go. There it is. And it does have a little peg for her hand, so she can actually hold it. So yeah. So those are her accessories. So that's pretty much it. There's not that much to talk about in regards to Posey because she's a simple doll. And actually, the amazingness of the doll is in her simplicity. So it's one of the reasons I love her. I do want to hold her up next to the red Posey so you can kind of get a look at the two and the way that they look next to each other. You're going to notice that the white or the red Posey and the pink Posey and the white Posey, the skin is definitely a lighter color than the black one. So there is a different feel with this doll. She definitely fits with the other three, but she has black hair. She has a darker skin, so she feels a little bit different. Very, very, very cool doll. The other thing you're going to notice is that her hair is significantly thinner. I don't know if you can tell just from the way that I'm holding it, but you're going to notice that the thickness in the hair. They did an amazing job rooting the other three, and not that they did a terrible job rooting her, but it's just a little bit on the thinner side. So those are the major differences. Oh, and then also the lace. You're going to notice with the red Posey, she has flowers, red and pink Posey. The white Posey and the black Posey have these kind of swooping feel lace to them. So those are the major differences between the Posies. Yeah, but that is it. That is Black Posey. Get out and get her if you can. She's an incredible doll. She is going for a little bit more money nowadays. Mezco gave them out as gifts. They shipped them internationally, which was amazing. It was super, super generous of Mezco. So thank you guys so much for doing that. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I'm sure all of the fans do as well. Great doll. Get her if you can. So that's pretty much it. I do want to mention that I know it's been a while since I put out a video. I have been in a show. I'm an actor as well. So My show's ending this weekend. So I should have a little bit more time, theoretically, knock on wood. So I will be getting back to reviewing the series dolls. I know it's been long and I've been doing it slowly, but whatever. I want to try to get through all of them. So next up is Series 12. It will be coming to you shortly. Hopefully sooner than later. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care. As always, love you. Bye.
Black hole sun, won't you come?